Follow the money.
That's what I always say. You always follow the money.
Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Here we go. Welcome in. It is Follow the Money on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Mitch Moss, Pauly Howard, live downtown Vegas. Circa Resort and Casino is the spot. Very fun 3-hour program lined up today. 2 NFL guests, including Mia O'Brien on Jacksonville and their expectations this year coming up in 30 minutes. Ira Kaufman on the Buccaneers later on in the program. Jeff Seeley, best bets, St. Jude this week, PGA Tour. Paul Stone, 30 minutes today, previewing the SEC. How you doing, pal?
All right. A ton of line movement here.
Oh, this is absolutely bonkers.
We're ready to go. We got 3 games in 2 days, and who's in, who's out, who's sitting. NFL preseason, here we come, injuries.
I know. So I like this short term. I like this, I think, maybe now long term a little bit here for the Bengals as well, as their head coach, Zach Taylor, told reporters that quarterback Joe Burrow and other big-name players will play several series on Thursday night and more in Game 2 against the Commanders. And that game against the Eagles, Philadelphia opened up a 1.5-point favorite at DraftKings. Bengals now 6. There's a 6.5 out there as well. I mean, these numbers just, they take off on a rocket ship if you miss it. It's, right now betting the Bengals 6.5, you clearly missed the best numbers ever available on this game.
Yeah, maybe going higher, too. So, good. He should be doing this after how bad it's been with the slow starts every year.
Well, I mean, finally, like, the writing was on the wall here, right? I'm sure that maybe this guy was actually hearing some hot seat stuff, too. Like, if you don't get the job done this year with this offense, and how many, like, they've spent so much money here on the quarterback, on the wide receiver position, like, bro, you're going to be looking for a new job at the end of the season. So you need to approach it a little bit differently. And that's what they said. Look, I mean, we have to have our eyes on starting fast this year.
And why would Philly care? Just get out of there, stay healthy, you win the Super Bowl, get ready for Dallas, right?
Of course.
So a big move there. And a good job by Pete Carroll. Going to Seattle Thursday, they're playing the starters. Seattle was a 1.5-point favorite. Raiders up to 4.5 in several spots.
Well, how that escalated quickly here. We were on the air yesterday saying, Raiders are now 2. If you missed it, what I would do is play the money line here on the Raiders. Now 4.5 out there as well. So Mike McDonald announced, we talked about it a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
They're going to take the game seriously, but the starters are not going to give it a go. Meanwhile, there's been a good quarterback camp here in Las Vegas between Geno and also Aiden O'Connell, and Pete Carroll wants to get off, his new landing spot here in Las Vegas on the right foot. They have a very difficult schedule, and I think they want to approach a season like we got to come out of the gate swinging. Like, that's a winnable game that they have in Week 1 against New England.
Right. He was also very good. It got some losses at the end, but it was very good ATS in Seattle in the preseason.
Yeah, that's right.
So you have that angle, too. To me, the perfect storm's the first game. Baltimore opened 1. Colts now up to 5.5. It's better than Cincinnati, I think, because you get 2 quarterbacks going deep in the game because you have the competition with Richardson and Danny Dimes. So you have Brownie behind Burrow, too, which is good. But the other thing is Baltimore, this is not... Remember when they won 24 straight preseason games, that was a good quarterback room.
Sure.
And depth chart. Not so much this year. I mean, Leary might be playing a majority of the game. So... Colts up to 5.5. I see that. I could see it continue going up as well, yes.
To your point, right, that's the perfect recipe here, right?
Yeah.
You want a quarterback battle with 2 guys, by the way, running quarterbacks. Now, how much are the coaches going to allow them to actually run in the preseason? We'll see. Probably not a ton, obviously, but they want to be the starting quarterback here. Danny Jones has had plenty of reps in this league, and Shane Steichen is an offensive-minded coach. So that's kind of what you want, and hence the big line move in that spot. And, on the Bengals here for a second, too, what if they're good in the preseason? And I'm asking that because they're playing the Browns in Cleveland Week 1 of the regular season.
Yeah.
Like, if they come out there and look sharp and like, okay, all the comments are positive, like, we can't screw around this year, we got to get off. Remember, this is the team that, and we have the debut tonight of the quest for $14.2 million right here on VSiN at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. And 6 o'clock Pacific, they absolutely scorched bettors last year. Week 1, Week 3, buried as big favorites. If they come out and look terrific here in August, I wouldn't be surprised if people go back to the well on that team again this year. Week 1 playing in Cleveland. Their quarterback room's a total mess.
What are they doing? It's a gong show. Now you sign Huntley. You got 5 quarterbacks. You're shuffling guys in and out. Hey, it's your turn. You go in there and take some snaps. All right, you get some reps. It's unbelievable what they're doing.
I know.
Doesn't make any sense. I still think more people will use Arizona at New Orleans, even if Cincinnati looks good and it's a hot dog stand in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I still think more people will use Arizona.
You might be onto something there, because I do think people are going to try to avoid the most popular games this year and spread it out a little bit. And the two most popular, throughout the entire summer after they announce a schedule would be, I think, the Commanders at home against the Giants. And the other one is certainly Denver at home to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And so maybe people just don't want to be a part of those and they're looking for a spot like Arizona.
Yeah.
Or maybe something like Cincinnati. By the way, the depth chart for Cleveland at quarterback, Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, Sanders. I'm assuming Huntley's going to be number 5, but he'll get playing time in the exhibition season anyway.
Field says he wants to play every preseason game. Passing attack's been awful. So we talked to our guy, Jet Whispers, about how bad it's been in camp. At Detroit Friday, open 1 up to 4.5. No Penix, no Cousins. So you're looking at Easton Stick and Emory Jones, whatever that is. So Detroit looked terrible in the Hall of Fame game, and quarterback battle for the backup behind Goff. That's up to 4.5. Carolina's playing the starters. There's your Cleveland mess, 2 up to 4.5. And I think this is interesting, worth noting, that New England is 3 at home against Washington. Vrabel in his first year at Tennessee went 0-4 ATS in the preseason.
Yeah, that's right. Some other line moves here. Minnesota opened up 1.5 against Houston. They're now laying 3.5 at various sports books. The Buccaneers opened up a 0.5 point favorite against Tennessee. Titans now 3. I think that would make some sense as well, as Callahan's going to want to actually get out of the gates here on a good note. And the 49ers opened up 1.5 against Denver. Broncos are up to 6.
How about that?
Total. Yeah. The favorite completely flipped, and now it's moved 7.5 points.
Yeah. Cluster injuries with the Niners, and it's Shanahan. We don't care. I think it's a lot of anti-San Francisco with that, more so than jump on Denver.
Yeah. Well, by the way, why has that been a thing in San Francisco like 3 out of the last 4 years? Where guys just get hurt all the time.
I don't know.
Star players left and right, cluster injuries.
Yeah, right. But back up a second with Minnesota. McCarthy's going to play, and I kind of like their quarterback room. That's not bad for a preseason. McCarthy, Howell, and Rippon to start for the Vikings. That's solid.
With KOC in there.
Yes, right.
But that's the proper approach. Like, McCarthy has to get playing time in the preseason. And, I'm not going to go completely bonkers over this, but I did bet them over 8.5 wins before the win total moved. He's looked pretty sharp in preseason. Again, I'm not going to tell you to go out and bet him various ways, comeback player or MVP or anything silly like that. But I'm excited for the guy. I can't wait to watch him. He's maybe the biggest wild card in the entire league this year to me. And I think overall that team is excellent. I know it's a top 5 most difficult schedule, but the coaching staff, I've just, sung my praises for them over the last, year and a half in Minnesota. Some injuries here to look at. So fantasylife.com. That is Matthew Berry's landing spot. And I subscribe to the newsletter. They do a great job. You can get the Guillotine Leagues as well on there. Paul Charchian merged over with them. They wrote a level of concern with different injuries at camp. They put a 5.9 on Cam Scatterbo. A 5.9 out of 10. The setback over the weekend with the leg injury. Dable has been coy with the exact injury. Sounds like a hammy. But this is concerning for a rookie in a legit 50-50 camp battle with Tyrone Tracy.
Yep.
And they point out here with 5 different injuries, like rookies missing time, far more concerning when it comes to vets. The example here would be Matthew Stafford. I made it a 6.4 level of concern on the show yesterday because of his back. Fantasy Life put a 2.4 on it.
Come on.
And they said the reason why is because he is a vet. He's been around for a long time. Doesn't need much of a tune-up for the start of the season, and still has 4+ weeks to get healthy. They wrote, not concerned yet, but will be in a couple of weeks if there's no progress. And I'm concerned there might not be progress.
He's not throwing. He's seen the back doctor twice.
Yeah.
He hasn't been hit. I mean, what happens when you get hit and you put the pads on, all right?
I hope they're right and we're wrong.
Okay. And the Scatterbo's, that's concerning too. Horrible timing because he's been killing it in camp, as we talked about last week, and we bet him 75-1. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
They also have a 4.6 out of 10 level of concern with Khalil Shakir. Again, the team's calling it week to week. It's a high ankle sprain. You never want to hear that.
And I could see some Buffalo. I'm surprised, because Buffalo's got the battle for the backup spot behind Allen. So I'm surprised. I guess there's a pretty good quarterback room with the Giants. That was a 4-point move, too, on Saturday.
Okay, yeah.
You go Wilson, Winston, and then Dart, too. But
what is your instant reaction when you hear whatever team is going to be on Hard Knocks? Don't want to be involved?
Yeah. Negativity.
There has been like
a bad season.
That stigma over that show and the team participating over the years.
Yeah, that is fair. But also a lot of people have tuned out. Used to be the thing and very popular. All right, it happened today. It's awesome. 186 pages. College football guide dropped. Everyone's top 10 picks to win each conference. Previews of every team. Heisman, the Bear, Humans, Paul Stone, who's coming up to talk SEC. Guys did a great job. Phenomenal. Best bets from the pros. Sign up now. Get both the college and NFL betting guides. The morning email from Bill 80. Every bet, every host, every guest, the betting splits, the 24/7 video, the dog videos, the tools, the data. Start today just $9.99. The prop analyzer for football right around the corner. Get a full year, save 50% off with a VSiN Pro annual subscription. VSiN.com/subscribe. Go get it. Join now. The guide's awesome. 186 pages.
I think one of the reasons why I'm super pumped for the entire year to play out is because of the several people here on the network giving out their conference picks, playoff teams, and then a national title game, basically winner and then runner-up. It is all over the map. This is not 3 or 4 years ago where everybody would have picked like Alabama or Clemson.
Yeah.
So that's really good, I think, for the sport. MLB standings, futures, a couple of games on today's card coming up next. I'm not so sure why this team is favored over anybody with their recent form and this pitcher taking the mound. Details coming up.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Good to have you on board. We'll hit Major League Baseball, the betting card for tonight coming up here. Not exactly trending well for the Pinstripers, Pauly, in New York.
Bullpen did it again, my friend.
Wow.
Big win for Texas. Huge. Big comeback. Get the win. You get Judge back. But again, since you made all these moves at the deadline in the last 4 games, how bad this bullpen has been for the Yankees. Giving up 15 runs in 16 innings. Woo-hoo!
Devin Williams did it again.
He did.
Allows the home run.
Yep.
Bird comes in. He has since been demoted to AAA. How about that? 3-run shot, Josh Young. Good night. See you later.
Yep.
Rangers with a monster. I'm still looking right now. This is at Caesars Will Hill. Yankees to make or miss the playoffs. To make, yes, minus 480. To miss, plus 360.
Coming down a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, more than $1 from yesterday.
Yeah, and a tough assignment tonight. And it was great to meet Joe, Andrew, and Delaney before the show, Yankees fans from New York. And they're definitely cause for concern. They are. They know what's going on here. Number one, the Red Sox don't lose. And the Yankees keep giving back games here. And remember, they were going to run away with it not that long ago. I mean, now it's will they stay over 500? So, Eovaldi in July, 5-0 with a 0.59 ERA.
Yeah,
he has been awesome. This is not getting enough attention. How good this guy's been. It'd be huge if they get this one. I think he's too cheap tonight. The way the bullpen's been bad, the starting pitching's been bad. And they're just in a horrible funk with the worst record of the American League going back during this stretch where they're 10 games under 500. And you're going against the hottest pitcher in baseball tonight.
So, yeah, not only the recent form for Eovaldi, very good. Season-long form, the guy's been excellent. Meanwhile, you have Will Warren going tonight. His recent form, the exact opposite. 30 innings pitched over his last 6 starts, a 5.34 ERA. The FIP is actually higher. Pauly, almost 5 walks per 9. Almost 2 home runs per 9, and the Ks are way down from earlier in the year. And there has been almost a 20-cent move on this game. Rangers opened up like minus 140. They're down to like minus 120, 122 in that range. See, there's one reason why, right? Judge is expected back tonight.
Yeah. But they did the same thing yesterday with the Braves. How'd that work out?
This is exactly what the game I had circled to compare it to the Brewers game yesterday.
Yeah, very good. Yep.
So if they lose tonight, Rangers then cut that wild card deficit back to what, half a game? And if the Red Sox win, that's only continued to climb. They're taking on the Royals tonight. Crochet is going, opened up minus 235. Taking money. Boston And this guy has been right there with Skubal pretty much the entire year. 4-0 since July 1st, a 1.73 ERA, almost 11 Ks per nine, not allowing a lot of home runs. And oh, by the way, his batting average of balls in play is 377. Been super unlucky with that. League average about 300, and he's still getting by. So, monster number here tonight. Would you look at Red Sox on the run line the way that they're running right now?
Yes, and the way he's running. 13-1 last 14 home games. Number 1 bullpen ERA the last week. Awesome at home. Run they're on as well. Hot team. And a great pitcher going.
Yeah.
It's all working out for Boston right now.
Yep, and last night some of the Malinsky specials came in, including the Brewers over the Braves and the Cardinals winning on the road in Los Angeles. Malinsky special, that's first game back at home for a team immediately after getting there from a long road trip. And Gray was great last night. Not Skubal, your guy. Glasnow, very good. Didn't matter. Cardinals still won the game. Tonight, Michaelis is going for the Cardinals against Sheehan. Dodgers opened up about $1.90, and Cardinals took a little bit of money here in this game.
They can't hit.
No.
Mookie Betts is 0 for his last 21. Since 4th of July, they have the worst offense in baseball, only averaging 3 runs per game. Freeman's been hot, but that's just been about it. You know, Ohtani's got great numbers against Michaelis. So does Freeman, who's hitting 450 against him. You know, but it's the same stuff every game, what they're doing. I mean, Mookie, they're trying everything with Mookie. Nothing's working. And I think you're supposed to expect something now with Muncy coming back. But how bad this offense has been since the 4th. The only thing that helped them was San Diego tripped up and lost in Arizona. Yep. So the lead stays at 3 games.
That hurts. The Padres need to take advantage of stuff like that.
Yeah, got to win that game.
Yeah, and so, I mean, the total's 9. I'm not going to bet over 9 in this game. If it was like 8, that would absolutely be a consideration. Michaelis can be had, and I think the Cardinals can get some off of Sheehan as well. More than 4 walks per 9. XFIP is at 4.77, 21 innings since July 1st. So you have that. I kind of do agree with the money coming down here and people betting the Cardinals a little bit. Do you tie that into the Padres taking on the D-backs tonight?
Are you buying Darvish?
I can't.
Can't do it? All right. Got to see more? Fine. And plus, Nelson's got some good numbers here. 4-1 with a 1.95 in his last 9 starts.
Yeah.
And Merrill's got an RBI 6 games in a row. Merrill's hitting 440 career against Nelson. Tatis hitting 460 against him. But this is one you got to have. Got to bounce back and hope Darvish is able to get it done and do it tonight for the Friars. Yep.
So, 6.46 ERA. FIP lower than that, but he's walking a bunch of guys, not striking out a ton. Quite a few walks, like I said, and a 54% left on base rate, which will go back up. Marte in his career, 11 for 38, double, triple, 2 home runs. Corbin Carroll, 533 in his career against Darvish, 2 doubles and 2 home runs as well. Maybe we get runs here because a lot of these players have good numbers against the, but again, the total is 9 tonight. But it is a batter-friendly park here at Chase Field in Arizona.
They're throwing Nasty Nestor tomorrow.
Uh-huh. Oh, well, they picked him up for a reason, I guess.
All right, I thought that was odd.
I think the Diamondbacks are attractive tonight.
How about a couple? Yes. How about a couple dead teams? Now, Logan Webb on the road, but $1.40. Pirates are 4-0 against them. Giants have lost 15 of 20. Starters, the staff has an ERA of 5. Pirates walk it off and have the comeback win, and also the Rays.
That game, by the way, opened up Giants minus 160.
Yeah, I agree with it. Yeah, and the other one too. I mean, this road trip from hell with the Rays. Angels are $1.25. They're playing every game at home, and the Rays continue this long road trip. Plus, they've lost the last 5 starts from Pepe, who's going tonight. So, total of 8 there in that game.
Yeah, and here's the guy I was talking about before the break. Their current form and his current form. Look, I know you're going to look at the opponent and say, yeah, they should probably be a dog here, but Mackenzie Gore is 1-3 since July 1st, 24 innings, Ks per 9, 7. That's it. I mean, way down from when it was hovering around 11, 12 to begin the year. More than 5.5 walks per 9, which is absolutely alarming. The ERA is almost touching 7. The FIP is right there, almost hitting 6. Now, he is 4-11 on the year. They've lost 3 straight starts by him. The Twins game was not his fault, but he did allow 8 earned in 2+ innings against San Diego and 6 earned against Houston last time out. The Nats have lost 5 straight. They're 3-7 in their last 10. And despite losing 2 straight, the A's have won 7 out of 10. And full year, Pauly Severino has been much better on the road than up in Sacramento.
And he's been good lately.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
So I haven't bet it yet, but the A's are under consideration for me today as well.
How about the Tiger game? Does Paddock know the Twins or the Twins know Paddock? He also took some shots at him in the organization as well about the facilities. Oh, it's so nice to be in Detroit. This is night and day. So good stuff, yeah.
25-30 cent move here
on
the game, too. Tigers opened up $170, way down from that now.
I don't mind Carpenter props. He's been locked in, hitting 400.
Really good.
Hitting 400 the last 7 games as well. Yep. And does Wu do it? 21 starts in a row. 6+ innings. Kershaw has the record, 2019. He did it in the first 23.
Dare I say this team has been super tricky lately, the White Sox.
Yeah.
Watch Chicago be the guy to end that streak. This is a huge number here for the Mariners, but Wu's been really, really good.
Yep.
I haven't even looked because I wasn't going to bet it. What's the outs prop for him tonight? Did they make it 17.5 or is it 18.5? I'm guessing they put 18.5 on it over plus money.
Okay. I'll have your answer. 18.5.
18.5 plus money to the over?
Plus 115.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's typical.
Yep. And right back with the Brewers. Peralta's only $1.40. This respect for the Atlanta Braves. What gives?
I have to admit, this game today is fishier than yesterday, I think.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because here's the thing. Well, and you know what? Tip of the cap to Fetty. The Brewers never rocked him like we thought he would. They would.
We get 3 in the 4th, and that's it.
I think Wentz, I watched that game over the weekend. Wentz can actually be pretty good. I think he's got some pretty decent stuff. And like his last 20 innings or so, he's got good numbers overall. And maybe I'm saying this because I can't trust Freddie Peralta. So I'm not going to touch this game tonight.
Well, thank God for Al Lasso. He told me and warned me, you have to get UMI coverage. I got hit. A guy ran a stop sign and he didn't have insurance. More people than ever are driving Nevada roads with expired tags, fake plates, or no insurance at all. If one of them causes a crash or if one of them hits you, who's going to cover your medical bills? Your recovery could fall on you. Al Lasso Injury Law urges you to check your auto insurance policy today. Make sure you have uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. It's about protecting yourself when others don't. It isn't about selling insurance. And if the worst ever happens, Lasso Injury Law is here for you. 702-625-8777. Free consultation. No runaround. Real people ready to help. Lasso Injury Law. Your future matters. They fight for you. LassoInjuryLaw.com. 702-625-8777. Get them out.
Mia O'Brien on Jacksonville up next. Head coach Liam Cohen threw around 80% of offensive snaps for Travis Hunter this season. Is that realistic?
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
A fascinating team on the clock here as we discuss the Jacksonville Jaguars. 4-13 last year. The preseason win total now 7.5, over-juiced at some spots, minus 125 in that neighborhood. And Mia O'Brien joins the program here on the Progressive Guest Line. She is with ESPN Radio, and you can follow her on X at Mia O'Brien TV. Good to talk to you again, Mia. How are you today?
Always good catching up with you guys. Great to catch up with you on one of the more interesting teams, as you boys called it off the air, in the wide world of the National Football League.
I know. I'm super excited to watch this team this year. I thought they had, a really good draft. Expectations there with Travis Hunter to really crush it. And the head coach there, obviously, Liam Cohen, said on the Rich Eisen show this week that the expectations for him is to be around about 80% of offensive snaps throughout the entire season. A couple things here. Do you find that number to be realistic? And then what would that mean for Travis playing defense?
I do find that number to be realistic. I think that so many of us ballparked big picture Travis's usage as being 70% on offense, 30% on defense. But over the last few weeks, he's clearly proven, especially today, which was the first practice in which we saw him physically during the same exact team period, put a penny on and go from playing offense to defense. He has clearly earned the trust. He has earned pass some sort of threshold for the coaching staff to prove that he can handle the load for both. And so maybe that 70-30 split goes out the window. I do believe the 80% on offense is realistic when you consider how much Liam Cohen wants to place an emphasis on running the ball. He did tell us today, because I asked why we didn't see Travis in the final 4-minute drill team period. And he said that is in large part because Travis right now is playing the F wide receiver position when it comes to 11 personnel, but he's still learning the Z position in 12 personnel. And so because of that, they didn't have a need for him. And so I think to that end, you're seeing certain packages where they are not designing plays and not implementing putting Hunter in those lineups solely because they want to keep him fresh in order to play on the defensive side of the ball.
With the new scheme and the new coach, and you expect a bounce back year from Lawrence and Hunter, do you expect this offense to be much improved?
I would say so. That is the hope. I think that a lot of people in this building in Jacksonville, Pauly, are saying to themselves, if we can just not shoot ourselves in the foot, if we can just be a professional, functional outfit. We saw what Jim Harbaugh and the Los Angeles Chargers were able to do by preventing the preventables and not making mistakes and self-inflicted wounds in the first season under Harbaugh's tutelage. And I think that the Jaguars, while they don't have an experienced Super Bowl runner-up head coach, I think they are banking on much of the same. By simply not beating themselves, they will find a way to, I would say, I know Vegas is certainly expecting as such, to double that 4-win total from a season ago.
Overall, expectations from you personally on some of the players here on offense. Do you think Hunter can touch 800, 900 yards? And to me, I think the ceiling for Brian Thomas is like, honestly, if everything breaks right, he could win Offensive Player of the Year. That's how I think that dude could have 1,500 yards and like 12 touchdowns.
I've had multiple people around the league, not just here in Jacksonville, say to me that there's a pretty good chance that if everything goes as expected here in 2025, Brian Thomas Jr. will enter that top 4 wide receiver category across the league in the same elite company as his fellow LSU Tigers and Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. But obviously a lot has to happen for that to actually occur. Now, when you look at his stats from a year ago, when you consider that 500 plus of his 1,000 plus receiving yards came from Mac Jones in the final 8 weeks of the regular season, to be frank, whether it was Trevor Lawrence or Mac Jones under center, the Jaguars didn't fully realize, hey, this young guy's getting it. We need to play through him until past the midway point of the season. And at that point, the season was awry and Lawrence was banged up already to begin with. And so I think that, yes, for Brian Thomas Jr., over 1,000 yards is the expectation now, which is lofty for a second-year player, even of his stature. And for Hunter, yes, I would say somewhere, personally being a little bit more conservative, I would say somewhere between 650 to 850, but he hasn't done anything to sway that 800 receiving yard number that you guys threw out there. Every day I come home and my fiance says to me, he's like, what did Travis do today? And every day I have something outlandish that Travis Hunter did either on offense or defense. I keep saying it to all of my ESPN radio co-hosts. I'm like, aren't you guys bored? And they're like, no, every day we want to hear whoever I'm paired with that day. They want to hear about Travis Hunter and what his exploits were on the football field that day.
Very good. Depth chart and fantasy football related. You're high on Bigsby. What do you think happens at the running back position there?
It'll be running back by committee. I think you'll see a similar situation to what we saw in Tampa last year with Liam as the offensive coordinator. Obviously, everyone wants to talk about Bucky Irving. He's the flavor of the month. But what people don't realize is he really didn't emerge as the lead tailback for Tampa until week 14 of last season. He's expected to be the lead tailback now in his second year under Todd Bowles. But I don't think if you actually go game by game, it would feel like, oh, he was clearly the number one for them. I mean, multiple players saw significant snaps in the early goings. Obviously, Rachaad White was a major factor. Sean Tucker was an unheard of guy out of Syracuse for some and had a massive game in that shootout in New Orleans in the Superdome. I believe that was week 6 of last year. And so I expect much of the same here in Jacksonville. I think what's really unique, guys, about the Jaguars running back situation, yes, a lot has been made about, is Travis Etienne on the trade block? Is he not? I don't know. I can tell you that he looks good in practice. I can tell you that Tank Bigsby from what I've heard from coaches and staffers across the National Football League, their belief is that while ETN may be the superior athlete, Bigsby may be the better pure running back. His confidence was shaken when he was put in the doghouse his rookie season after fumbling on 2 of his first 5 NFL touches in the season opener against Indianapolis, but he has regained much of that back. He has a chip on his shoulder heading into year 3. Then, of course, the 3 rookie running backs. Yes, I said 3. Bashal Tutin will get most of the headlines. He is as electric as advertised out of Virginia Tech. Ball security was a question coming out of school, and so that's something to monitor moving forward. LaKent Allen has an edge that no other running back in that room has. The Syracuse product, 7th-round pick, is probably their best running back in pass protection, although Bigsby did pick up a blitz by Darnell Savage today that we all looked at each other and said, wow, that's a massive step forward for Tank, and it's a one-play sample size, but if that is to be indicative of what we see, that obviously changes the complexity of what this run game could look like, because then maybe Allen can be spelled by another running back on 3rd down. And finally, Ja'Kinden Jackson, the undrafted rookie free agent out of Arkansas, also played at Utah, started his career at Texas. I don't know if he makes the team, boys, but what I can tell you, he has just different measurables than any running back you're going to see. And he has an injury-plagued history, to be clear. But I'm very excited to see him in the preseason because he is as tall as you're going to find a running back. And again, he started at the position of quarterback when he began his college career at Texas back in 2020. He's thick, he's physical, and every single practice, we've seen 9 of them so far, and then the stadium scrimmage, every single practice, he has rattled off a run through contact that has turned heads on the sidelines at the Miller Electric Center.
Very good. Follow the money here on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network. Our guest, Mia O'Brien, covers Jacksonville, the Jaguars in Jacksonville. ESPN Radio. Follow her on X at Mia O'Brien TV. Okay, so let's say the offense pops like we think it could, and they're going to score a bunch of points in most of their games anyway. Is the defense good enough? Do they have the talent? Are they going to be able to help out the offense enough to win 8, 9, 10 games and challenge for the division crown?
Their mantra is stop the run. They recognize how much of a struggle it has been to defend the run the last 2 seasons. And that was despite last year when there was an edict from someone up top, I won't say names, but someone up top made it clear that this team and that defense had to put on weight, had to get bigger, and in turn, and I have had multiple players, and they've said it on the record and off the record, they felt sluggish. They felt more than a half step slower. You saw the production decline, if only for Josh Hines-Allen, going from 17.5 sacks to 8.5 sacks. You saw plenty of players across the board who weren't playing at their peak. They believe they are back at that physical shape that they were at in 2022 when the Jaguars made a playoff run, for those who were here back then. And I think that what's going to be most interesting for me is I'm not worried about the pass rush for the first time in at least 3 years, guys.
Wow.
I think that James Gladstone has gone out of his way to ensure that the 3rd and 4th edge spots, which were absolutely neglected, it was malpractice by Trent Baalke to not address that spot on the roster the last 2 off seasons. James Gladstone has doubled and tripled down by going out, signing Emmanuel Ogbah the day after the NFL draft when they didn't draft an elite edge rusher. They weren't able to get one in the draft. Then they go out and they get the veteran DeJuan Smoot, who spent the bulk of his career here, is beloved in this city and beloved in that locker room. They've got an interesting combination at the Sam linebacker position with Dennis Gardick, who obviously performed pretty well out in the desert during his time with the Arizona Cardinals, is coming off of a second torn ACL. Interesting products, and 5th-round pick Jalen McLeod, who is banged up right now. Yasir Abdullah, a 5th-round pick from 2 years ago. They are going to be able to generate a pass rush on the edge. Biggest question mark, which brings us back to the mantra, the interior of the defensive line. The Jacksonville Jaguars need Devon Hamilton to return to the player who we saw prior to the spinal abscess that he suffered during the 2023 training camp. Jordan Jefferson, Mason Smith, the 2 LSU picks from a season ago. They need to take the next step. And the biggest question mark of all, we have yet to see Eric Armstead, the longtime San Francisco 49er, play significant time here during training camp the last 2 weeks. And Liam Cohen today said it's too early. He can't tell if Armstead will be available week 1. That's a big concern for me. But I think the back end and the edge rush positions are much improved from a year ago.
Hey, Mia, that was absolutely superb. Thanks so much for the time today. We appreciate that.
Appreciate you guys. Always happy to hop on.
Follow her on X at Mia O'Brien TV. Win, lose next.
Win Some, Lose Some is sponsored by the Sharp Plays.
Were you a winner last night? Wow, winning. Or was it a rough one?
Well, they can't all be winners, can they?
Loser! You're a loser!
Pauly Howard recaps the night in sports betting in Win Some, Lose Some.
Daily props MLB, highest scoring game, dead heat. Blue Jays, Rockies plus 350, and Phillies 5-1. Most 5-1. Most runs, Blue Jays 5-1. 25 hits in the win over Colorado. Expect more of the same today. $1.85 up to $2.10 as well. Easy cash for Toronto. Will a team score 15 plus runs plus 350? Will every team score a run? 4-1 in that range. We'll kick some of those around coming up.
Nobody got shut out last night?
Huh? It was unique. Strange, right? Usually happens. Subscribe, be part of the team. vsin.com, our radio and podcast friends. You always want to see these tweets and videos at Pauly Does Vegas on Instagram. Send them in. We'll put you on like all these listeners did. I couldn't remember this guy's name. It was Don West. Well, we talked to John Calvecchio yesterday about the sports card collecting business. And growing up, if you put on like TV late at night, this guy was on. Here's Don West selling cards back in the day.
Peer pressure is killing me. Hey, there's no peer pressure here. Let me put it to you this way, and I mean this. Tomorrow, go to the website. This will be $59.99. Tomorrow. Tonight, $39.99. WildWestDeals.com. $39.99 tonight only. Period. Let me put it to you this way, folks, and I can't put this any clearer than what I'm going to put right now. I can't put it any clearer. If you don't buy this, if you do not buy this at $39.99, you're going to wake up in the morning and not be able to buy it for $39.99. You're going to look in the mirror, and you know what you're going to see? A loser. You're going to see something that you don't ever want to see. You're going to be a disappointment to yourself. You're going to look in that mirror and you're going to go, what was I thinking? All I had to do was go to WildWestDeals.com and pull the trigger. $39.99. What's wrong with me? Why am I a loser? Why am I worth nothing? Because you didn't buy this for $39.99.
Then he goes on. It's 3.5 minutes. He goes on. You buy this? I'm telling you. You walk into the bar tonight, you're bringing a girl home because she's going to say, that guy knows how to close.
Oh, wow.
And that guy knows how to... This is like, what year is this? Mid-90s?
Paul, I must have blocked it.
You don't remember this guy?
This guy does not ring a bell at all. Not for a second.
This was every weekend, every night.
Huh.
I got a Cal Ripken rookie for you right now. You got to get this. And he's just screaming at you. And he goes, you're a loser.
You're a
if
loser.
You don't buy this.
Yeah, go jump off a bridge if you don't buy this, you
good.
idiot.
Yeah, Don West. Thanks to everyone who sent it in. I couldn't remember his name. He was so good, cracking me up. Oh, that's strong. Move product, baby. This dog is an adrenaline junkie. Thanks to everyone who sends them in. Look at this guy, can't get enough. Going on, okay. I'm on the ride with my owner. Look at it. Happy, tongues out, loving it. Piece of cake. Going over the water. Loves doing that too. Adventures, ride along, get me in the water. Jumping up. I mean, this guy's, yeah, he loves it. Can't get enough of it. Running in the sand, going back up, nonstop as well. How about this? Volume all the way up with the French Bulldog. You got the volume? He wants a foot rub. And he hits the button and it says foot rub and he tells the owner what to do. Hit it again. He stops giving him the foot rub. He's got his little... Look at this.
Well, he's trained quite well.
I know, can you believe that? As soon as a human stops giving him the foot massage, hits the button. Foot rub, foot rub. Has this guy got the life or what? He's dressed up in like pajamas. He's sitting on the couch. And as soon as the massage stops, he hits the button. Foot rub. Incredible. We go behind the glass. Our guy Andrew, Buck's apologist, thinks they're going to keep Giannis, but he has 2 dogs. And he's a great owner. And here he leaves the ice cubes out for the dogs. One of the ice cubes they didn't take. The ice cube melted. You know what happened? He comes in and he falls down in the kitchen.
Thought he broke his toe.
Oh.
Stuck under the fridge.
Oh, boy. Oh,
Cook it up. Yeah, oh, boy. Careful there.
Yeah, no kidding. Be careful.
Oh, jeez.
It's coming in hot, though.
Yeah,
Right?
he is.
He's coming in hot, though.
Well, you never think about, like, hey, the ice cube's not going to be there now.
Run into the kitchen with a little jog, little pep in his step. But then one of the dogs said, nah, not tonight. I don't feel it. I'm not feeling it
I'm
with the
play a
ice
prank
cube.
on him.
And then he goes, I also congratulate him on sending that in, too. We can laugh at each other. It's all right. Come on. It's great.
Sure.
Good job. Good job, Andrew. Bad beats. Yankees $1.60. Blew it in the ninth again. The Williams nonsense, horrible bullpen. Awful. Giants $1.30. Blew it in the ninth as well. Always fun action in baseball. Sharp Place is already there before the line moves. They don't follow the market. They help shape it. You're not going to outmuscle billion-dollar books or full-time sharps all by yourself with the Sharp Plays. You don't have to. Jeff and the crew, backed by advanced AI, connected to trusted insider sources. Sharp Plays delivers a kind of edge serious bettors count on every day. Free betting reports, real-time alerts, market-moving insights straight to your inbox or X feed. He's been with Follow the Money since day one. He's been doing it since 2011. Results, logs, and receipts. SharpPlays.com. Trusted by pros. Watched by the books. Visit SharpPlays.com. Stay ahead of the line.
Got some news here in the National Football League down the pike not too long ago. The Browns announced that Shedeur Sanders is going to get the start on Friday night. Injuries to Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel will keep him out, and they're playing against the Carolina Panthers. This game opened up Carolina -0.5. They are now 7.
How about that?
I mean, it just
7 now.
Boom.
Wow.
It takes a split second for this stuff to go bye-bye.
Yep. So, baptism by fire.
Now,
throwing them right in there.
Is this going to be, like, are these line moves going to be right in all the games?
Good question.
Like, is 7
Sometimes
now?
they are. Yeah.
What if Sanders comes out there and he's actually pretty good? And looks decent.
Well, yeah. And then once you got the backups in and guys who don't figure to be in the league in a month playing in the fourth quarter maybe decide it.
Yeah.
That's right. The back door could be open as well.
I mean, we are looking at some humongous point spreads now in the preseason coming up this week.
Yeah.
Bunch of games sitting around 6, 7, 6.5, 5.5. Colts still taking money. They're up to 5.5 against the Ravens. So what caught your eye tonight for props, baseball or WNBA?
Well, there's a lot of movement in the WNBA tonight as well with some games. Will any game tonight in Major League Baseball have 22-plus runs? Yes, 5-1. 20 runs is plus 210.
Can the Rockies score 7-8 to help out the Blue Jays a little bit tonight?
Right. Every team to score. Yes, plus 450. 15 games. All teams to score a run, plus 450.
You want to take it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't think about it, though, till you bet this stuff and you realize, wow, shutouts happen on a regular
all the
basis.
Time. Actually, I wonder how if you bet that like does that cash like every 4 days to make it profitable? So
that's something. Yeah,
right,
it's interesting. I didn't see this till a couple weeks ago. You're right, and it came in that first day we talked about it.
Yeah, right.
And it came in yesterday, but then there were a ton of shutouts the last few days. Any team to score 15-plus runs is plus 330. That keeps coming in as well with the daily specials.
Let me give you a couple of guys that are, the K-Stat projections from Ballpark Pal on vsin.com. They really like him tonight. They like Zebby Matthews.
Really?
His prop is 4.5, juiced heavily over. They project him for 6.28 tonight, but it's 4.5. They have him going, like they think there's money they think there's good value in laddering this guy up to like 7. And Luis Severino, I bet him at 4.5 over even money earlier today. But they have him getting 5.43 strikeouts in this game tonight. There are several others tonight that qualify. I implore you to go look at vsin.com.
Jordan Addison suspended the first 3 games for the Vikings.
That's official now.
That's official. The Liberty opened 7.5. They're up to 11. The total 169.5 up to 177. And they're betting the Fever over again. They're in L.A. against the Red Hot Sparks. 172.5 up to 178.5. And a 3-point move. Fever are now laying 2 in that game. And a 5-point move in the Connecticut Phoenix game. 164.5 up to 169.5. Also, cooler heads have prevailed. They are tabling, at least for this year.
The college basketball tournament?
Yes, expansion. They will revisit it. They will revisit it for the future.
One more thing here, too. Kyle Schwarber is now second on the odds board to win the National League MVP.
Ooh.
Yeah. You're at the end of the year. Oh yeah, yeah.
Are you ticked off?
No, because his baseball card numbers are phenomenal.
Uh-huh.
I want to find a bet on. I want to kind of double down. I want to bet Ohtani on the no.
Really?
That Schwarber or PCA is going to win this thing. That's what I want to bet.
Right.
We will preview the NFC South coming up next. This is a division where I believe you want to take some bombs to lead in various stats. I'll explain why coming up on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.